Hey.
Hey.
And welcome back to KnightLight, shining a light on the arts of Central Florida. I'm River.
And I'm Maisie.
And let's get into episode 3. So Maisie, it's fall. It's officially fall. Brat summer's over.
I know.
So what's on your fall agenda?
Ooh. I want to do all like the girly pop cutie things like pumpkin patches and like all that stuff. You know?
Pumpkin patches. I love a good pumpkin patch. Something I've always been scared of is corn mazes.
Ooh, I've never been to one. I'm from South Florida, so that's not really a thing there.
Yeah. But I mean, I grew up on a farm, so I'm used to corn, but like the thought of being lost in a corn maze. Have you seen Children of the Corn?
No.
Yeah. You should watch it this fall. Fall movies.
Is it scary?
Yeah.
No. See, I don't do that.
You don't like horror movies?
I do not.
So then, like, what's your go-to fall movie?
Monstober. Disney
Like
Channel.
wait.
Disney Channel.
What is the top Disney Channel Halloween special?
Ooh. Like from like a TV show?
Yeah, like that golden era of Disney TV. Because I have mine.
Well, the first one that comes to mind, at least, was the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody one.
Yeah.
With, it's like they're in the hotel room and.
Yeah, and then Esteban gets possessed by the.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's for me. It's Ant Farm, calling all the monsters.
Oh yeah. Well, that's iconic.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever watch That's So Raven growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the That's So Raven Halloween special? It's when she's like goes to visit. I think she goes to visit her family. No, wait. I don't know. I don't remember. There was a lot going on. That's when they had the crossover episodes.
Yeah, those were always my favorite.
The Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody one. I remember that. Do you remember the Kim Possible, Jake Long, American Dragon, and Lilo and Stitch crossover?
No.
Right. That's a deep cut.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Because
I
what
think
were
we
they
should
doing?
watch it.
We should watch it. Actually, guys, right now.
Yes. Go put it on.
Put it in.
But yeah, what about you? What's your favorite like fall movie?
I'm going to say Halloween Town.
Classic.
Yeah, not the last one because they switched my girl out and that's when I kind of fell off. Marty Cromwell, R.I.P.
Rip.
I don't think she's dead, but I know her grandmother's dead.
Oh.
I don't know why I said that. Let's move on to a curtain call. Yes, it is time for our curtain call where we tell you what's going on in Central Florida area. To start us off, we got Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind, running October 11th through the 13th. This is being produced by UCF's Alpha Psi Omega, the #1 theater fraternity at UCF. If you want more information, check out at APO UCF on Instagram.
And next, the Flying Horse Big Band is having a concert. It's going to be on October 13th at 3 p.m. at Pilar's Loft down in Winter Garden. So you don't want to miss that one.
And you know I love them. I love a good vampire. I've said it every single episode. Go check out Nosferatu running into November 10th at the Renaissance Theater Company. It's fun, it's kooky, it's sexy, it's weird.
And lastly, Theater UCF is going to produce a production of Rent. And it's going to be running from October 17th to the 27th on campus in the Main Stage Theater.
And I feel like 2 of those productions have 2 very important people in part of them. Like, I think, wait, are you in Rent?
Oh my gosh, River, I am in Rent.
Oh my God, who are you playing?
I'm playing Maureen in Rent.
So if you want to see Maisie play Maureen, go out and see Rent at Theater UCF. And if you want to see me do 30 plays in 60 minutes, come check out Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind.
Woo.
Woo. And that's all for our curtain call. A lot of special things going on. Really cool things. Cool.
Really special.
Royal, like kind of like amazing, like queenly things.
Yes.
And speaking of like an amazing queen.
Yeah.
Welcome our special guest,
Myki Meeks.
It's me. Hi.
Hi.
Everyone.
Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
Thank you
being here.
You got me here in full drag.
Yeah.
Lashes done, hair up, full beaded gown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there's a no, I'm putting it on later. So.
Speaking of putting it on later,
Yes.
Are you in anything right now? I want to start that off.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a local queen here in Orlando, and I work primarily at the Renaissance Theater Company, as mentioned. Thank you, thank you, live audience.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh, guys, calm down.
Guys, all right, come on, we have a show to do. Yeah, so I work at the Renaissance Theater Company, and we are running a production called Nosferatu. It's actually 2 productions. So there's Nosferatu, which is like heavy on the dance aspect of it. We have incredible dancers, some very talented actors, and it's a full experience. You walk through the whole building. Every single room is themed. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure. Very Sleep No More for people who know that.
I don't, but
Really? I just closed. It's like it's Shakespeare. You follow the actor and they take you to different experiences.
I actually do know what that is. Yes, continue.
And then the after party, which is called V Bar, is what me and a lot of the other my sister queens are in. That's kind of the big vampire, sexy Halloween, glam rock, 80s drag show / dance show / party down.
Party
show?
down.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good time. So that's going on the weekends, and then I'm the hostess of Off the Record Wednesdays, which is a local drag show that's been going for 3.5 years now.
We love Off the Record.
We love Off the Record. I think I've seen you there before. Where were you last night?
Last night I was working wardrobe for the Clean House. This will come out after the Clean House, but if you saw it, you know it was definitely not a clean house.
Oh, period. Yeah, so I'm the hostess there, and we change the theme every single week. We have really tapped into like a young queer demographic. So this entire year has just been blowing up. It's been amazing. So very, very thankful for that.
I will say, and don't read me, but I like the Ren better than I like Southern.
I agree.
I work at both. I can't comment on that.
Well, I enjoy going to. Don't get me wrong, Southern's still that girl.
Yeah, no,
but
I
like,
love Southern still.
I enjoy going to the Ren more because it feels more.
So I like to
Youthful.
think of it. Yeah, I do think that we have, like I said, tapped into a very queer market. Not market. You're not products. I promise. A weird demographic for the Ren, because very grateful to work for a venue that is not focused on bar sales. Not that other places are, but listen, a lot of bars are a business, and you know they have to make money somehow. But the Ren focuses very much on the art, and the people that we have attracted there are there to see a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the Ren provides us the resources to produce really strong shows, and you'll still see just as talented girls and performers at the other clubs as well. But the Ren has really given us something very special.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, queer.
Queer. Yeah, but look, you can find me at Southern Nights very soon too.
Oh,
Nice.
I perform there often.
I don't think I've ever seen you at Southern.
I am there probably once, twice a month. I just did their Charlie XCX party.
Nice.
I was supposed to do Chapel Party. I couldn't be there for that one. I mean, I'll be there next Thursday. Well, this is not gonna but like that. But I'm there often. I'm there Thursdays and sometimes the weekends.
We'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
So let's get into our questions. That was
Yeah.
more of like getting to know you, but now more directed interview questions because we're professional.
Yes.
I'm ready.
So first, can you describe your career path? Where did you start and how did you get where you are?
Ooh, career path. Okay. I feel like as an artist, it's kind of hard to navigate where I think everyone knows where they want their career to go, but to get there, I think there's just so many ways of that happening, because I've been doing this for 5 years now, at least for drag. And to do what I'm doing now, I would have never imagined that when I first started, right? So my career path, I think my ultimate goal, not just with drag, but like art, is to be able to produce art that fulfills me and can inspire others to do the same, whether that is with drag, theater performance, producing shows, or taking it more socials. Like I want to start maybe podcast stuff. Who knows? But I can't even tell you what I'm doing tomorrow with drag. So, but where did I start? Long story short, I had just graduated Theater UCF.
Alumni.
Woo!
BFA.
Go Knights.
Baby. We're gonna weaponize that. Yeah, I just graduated in December 2017, and I had met a really queer group of friends that kind of introduced me to this like art form lifestyle of we would just pick a random day to go out, and not that you have to go out to do all these things. It's just what we did. We pick a theme and we just dress in theme, whether it was putting on just terrible makeup and just random clothes, and we'd be like looking like fools at Southern Nights, doing all this, and it was like, wow, this feels really fun. This is really cool. Right after I'd been with them for a few months, I left for a 9-month internship for theater UCF, but it was down in Fort Myers, and it was a great internship. I learned so much about like theater careers, but it was exhausting and it burnt me out. So doing all that, I wasn't able to go out and be with my like really close friends for like dressing up and all that, and I really missed it. And it's something inside me, it was like, this would be a really fun outlet. And so starting January 2019, I had made it a goal to once a month put a look together and post it. Whether it looked bad, good, whatever, just start, because you can get that makeup under your belt and then just see where it goes. So I did. Every month I was doing a look. They are archived on Instagram, so you will not be able to find them, but
we'll find it.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I had ran into my friend Galvin at a Starbucks in Lake Nona, and he was like, "Girl, I heard you started doing drag. Well, I'm producing a show at this bar if you want to do a number." And I was like, "Oh my God, okay, let's do it." And from that point, September 2019, it's been nonstop since. And now Galvin is like my partner in crime. He helped create Off the Record, and we have been producing shows for 3.5 years now. And it's kind of COVID was in the middle of that, which honestly, no, I'm not going to say thank you for COVID because I'm not going to say that. But to come up in a time when you're practicing makeup, it was better to do it at home than going out to the club looking a little rough. But that is the universal drag experience, to look busted at the club. So anyway, that's where it started. And then I did a competition that I fortunately won, and it kind of boosted my name a little early on. And
it was the Miss Comedy Southeast.
That was one of them. I did Orlando Drag Race Live, which was it's a local competition, and it's very much same vein as Drag Race, Snatch Game, makeovers, production numbers, all that. Very, very fun. Most stressful thing I've ever done in my life, but we left with the crown. And it definitely helped jumpstart my career in Orlando. And then from there, I was just working at Southern Nights. I got booked at a bunch of places, and now 5 years later, I'm getting these gigs that like I still can't believe that I'm doing. Yeah, and Off the Record luckily has been like my weekly, and it's been the same thing that's really taught me how to be a versatile performer.
What's your craziest drag story?
Oh, okay. I cannot think of like something that happened to me that I'm like, that's wackadoodle. Like I can't think of that, but I have several. One to just, is I got to open for Chapel Roan last year in October.
Wait.
That's probably the craziest.
That's awesome.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is she listening?
I hope so. She's probably sent me a cease and desist at this point for how often I talk about her and impersonate her. She, if you're not familiar, Chapel on her tour has local drag queens open for her. So it's actually crazy. Okay, actually, good segue. Crazy story. Back in October of last year, she probably had like 500,000 followers.
Yeah.
Was not as popular as she is now. And I've heard of the name, but I wasn't like super familiar because the album had not dropped yet. And my dad called me. My 70-something-year-old dad called me. He was like, "Do you know this artist, Chapel Roan? I just listened to her NPR interview, and she has drag queens open for her show. You should apply." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll look into it." Applied, and I got it, and I got to host it. So I'm hosting in front of I don't know the amount of people. I would say like 2,000, 3,000 people, all there for Chapel in a packed place. I felt like a superstar. That was and I got to meet her afterwards. She's incredible. She was out of drag at that point, and she was like, do we know her real name? What was her? Is it Kaylee?
I have no idea.
So that rings a bell.
whatever her real
I'm gonna
name
be
is.
honest.
She
I
introduced.
thought her real name was Chapel.
No, honey, that's her drag name. Come on. Whatever her real name is, she introduced herself as that, and then she went, "Hi, I'm Chapel." And I'm like, "No, I know who you are. You booked me today." So that was pretty insane. As for performance, I mean, I one time was performing at Southern, and I was just going into the crowd, and some random guy got onto the stage and got like shooed off by the manager, and the guy came straight up to me as I'm performing. And he was like, "I'm so sorry," and gave me $100 bill.
Oh, well.
Okay.
I was like, "Baby,
Well,
get back on stage.
Yeah.
Then. It's your show now."
All right, now let's run that back.
Let's run that back. You can keep going. I don't care. And then, I mean, listen, if you've been to a drag show, you know crazy stuff happens all the time. I mean, what comes to mind is my sister, Arusha San Miguel, who is the dancing diva.
Oh,
also, her and Black Magic's Royal, I'll never want to follow them because they will shut the place down. So I've seen them do just the most amazing, crazy performances.
I will say the lip sync SmackDown. I was
Oh,
there
you
for
there that
that, and that was the highlight of them going into each other.
Girl, that was, yeah. So they're just two of my favorite entertainers, and they just know their physicality is so correct. Their dancing is so correct, and they embody their songs. Arusha me and the girls say this all the time. Arusha will come in to the dressing room and be like, "Mommy, I'm so tired. Like I just don't feel it. I'm not gonna dance today." We're like, "Oh, okay, Arusha. Like what are you gonna do then?" And she's like, "J-Lo Super Bowl." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right. So not gonna be after you." And she just turns on, demolishes it. Like those type of performers, I bow down to them.
Maisie. Maisie's that type of performer.
Oh, are you the dancing diva?
Yeah.
I dance a little bit.
You dance a little bit?
A little bit, love.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
What, are you dancing in Rent?
A
Really?
little bit. I'm
Oh.
in the opening number, but that's it, really.
How we gonna pay? Yeah, very good.
500. 25,000. 600 minutes.
It's like a TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, I'm just curious to know, like, how do you get into the mindset when you're about to perform?
So I think I have a different experience or different mindset than some of my sisters, not in a good or bad way. I just think we all prepare a little differently. I did grow up performing. Like I said, I went to school for musical theater. I've been performing since a kid. So being on stage is not really new to me. So for a drag performance though, there is just something in you. I like to equate it to like when you're in a theater production and you are wearing a rococo type of dress, something with a corset and big bustle, or you're in a suit and it just changes how you physicalize that, right? So when you're dressed in all like leather, or you're vinyl, or you're in all like a velvet gown with rhinestones everywhere, it changes your point of view for me. So before I go on, I really think about what is the song I'm doing? What is the story that I want to tell with it? If I really want to do a good job. Sometimes there are numbers I'm like, girl, it's a Charlie XX. I could just, it's about partying.
Bumping that.
Yeah. It's also, I personally want the audience to be with me the whole time, whether they know the song or not. I think that is a trick for drag artists to understand is you can pick top 40 and have the audience, sing along, which is great. I've done that many, many times, but I think there is magic to it when you can pick a song that you love. Maybe not everyone knows, but if you can have the audience on your side and bring them into your world, the job is done. Like you cleared it. One of my sisters, Blush, she does. I remember she did this B-side doo-wop little Lana Del Rey song I never heard of, but because of her essence and her like just world building when she's on stage, it's like you can't look away. That is everything to me. But the question was, what do I think of when I go on stage?
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors. Because I overthink. No, I don't overthink. I am my worst critic. So even when I know I did a decent job or a good job, when other people tell me, great job up there, to me, I'm like, no, I kept messing with my hair, or no, my top kept falling down, stuff like that. But in the end, doesn't really matter. Whatever that song is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what is that song?
It.
In the end, it
It doesn't really matter. I tried so hard and got so far. Lincoln Park.
lost.
Lincoln Park. In the end. Yes.
Not sponsored. I just want the audience to have a good time. And when I'm doing a comedic number, that's probably my most stressed because it can go really good, it can go really bad, but that's really any performance, right?
Yeah.
Lately, this whole year, I've been really dedicated to like making sure the look is head to toe. Not always successful, but I do think for someone who has not been to a drag show before, right? Picture it.
Mm-hmm.
You're at a club or a venue or a brunch, whatever. And maybe you've seen drag on TV, never seen it in person. And let's world build here. You go to a club, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're with friends, maybe it's someone's 21st, whatever. You go. And the dance floor is cute. People are dancing. You know, music is maybe not your thing, like that style music, but you're vibing and all that. And then you hear over the mic, "Showtime in 1 minute. Showtime in 1 minute." And you're like, "What? What do you mean showtime?" And everyone clears off the dance floor, and a stage just appears. Where was that stage? Underneath you the whole time, right? And out comes the most gorgeous goddess you've ever seen, wearing rhinestones head to toe, big hair, nails, everything is right, performing Ariana Grande, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any other art form that does that for me. To be able to transport you when you're in a party mode to see just like, to me, it's a music video in person.
Mm-hmm.
That is like what I think of.
That's a good way to
I was
put
gonna
that.
say,
Like, yeah.
that's
Right.
awesome.
It's a music video in person when it's right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, and they're just as entertaining, it's not that. But that is okay. That is okay. But like, I always treasure my time going to Southern, coming up and seeing Roxy Andrews perform live, to see Axel Andrews, Cara Cavalli, my drag mother, not my drag mother at the time, but she's my drag mother now, Mr. Miss Adrian. Just like, they're the rock stars. They're the stars of our tiny little community. And just enamoring. It's enamoring. So that's what I want to bring when I perform. So I'm really dedicated to making sure the look is something you probably have not seen, or just high end, like hyper feminine, hyper just like drag. Let's do drag. What are we scared of? Like, come on, let's do drag. So yeah.
I have a question that I've always wondered. How does like the drag family system work? Like,
So I think it's, well, that's kind of a big question. I think at least for our scene, it's a lot of friends. It's a lot of friends. You know, I'm in this world. It's a very small world, and it is a bubble. But you vibe with the people that you vibe with. Maybe you have similar music tastes or similar performance style. There's a parental figure, and if they see an up and comer that they like, they'll bring them into their house, so they have the same last name. They don't have to, but they can. I am in a drag family. It's very, very small. I'm an only child. It's going to stay that way. My drag mother is Mr. Miss Adrian, who's been in the Orlando scene for 11 years now. She is a former Miss Comedy Queen, national Miss Comedy Queen.
Nice.
slay.
And I like to think we're birds of a feather. We are only a year and a half apart age-wise, but she is so mother. And we have done so much together, and she has taught me the whole business side of drag. It is very much like, I think if you're going to be a family unit in this art form, it needs to be encouraging each other, pushing each other, giving each other opportunities. It can't be I'm threatened by you, so I'm going to make you my kid, so you whatever you do, that's my name attached to it. Ooh, is that shady? I don't know. So I have no one in mind for that.
I'm sure it's shade to somebody.
I'm sure it's I'm sure if it relates to you, the shoe fits.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. And we've been a tag team since. Like, we're producing our own show very soon, the two of us, and it's just a very, very good cohesion. As for the houses that are huge, I think that's important too. I think when we're such an ostracized, what's the word? Ostracized? Yeah.
Ostracized.
Ostracized.
Ostrich feather? No. Ostracized community. A lot of young queer kids come into the club scene, and you don't really need to go to the clubs to find fulfillment in that way, but a lot of people do. And there are these house mothers that like take them in to like, maybe they don't have a family to go to. Maybe their biological family doesn't treat them right or doesn't respect them. And these drag families, these queer households are the ones bringing that type of parental figure. And I think that's super important. There are slippery slopes on both sides, being in club culture. Things can happen to where, it's a little detrimental, but to have people supporting you, who doesn't want that?
That's all we're all looking for. A little support.
A little support. Now, I don't have any drag daughters or kids, and I'm not planning on it. Okay, my tubes are tied for right now. I just think of it, I've only been doing this for 5 years. I have nothing to
Offer.
I mean, I can teach like basic stuff and all that, but I'm still figuring myself out. Like, I'm sure a year from now, I won't be doing the same thing as I'm doing this year. Adrienne didn't take me in until she was 10 years into the game. So maybe at my 20th drag anniversary, I'll have a little baby.
Yeah.
We'll see. A little Meeks.
Little Meeks.
Oh.
The thing you always pose, the meek shall inherit.
The Meeks shall inherit. That's a Bible verse?
Oh.
I've never read. I'm not a fan.
Oh, no.
I can't say that. I don't know.
We
can cut that.
They're coming.
They're coming. No, it's kind of, I'm really not religious, but there's just something about like using religious imagery in like a very radical art form I really love.
I love doing it for when I direct a show. I love like using religious imagery, especially when it's completely not. Like, I love the Adam touching God. In any show I've ever done, I've always have that like imagery within it.
I love it. Yeah. Why not? Why not? So meek shall inherit the earth. The Bible quote is like the meek shall inherit the earth. Well, my last name ended up being Meeks, so it just worked out.
Yeah.
And I will. I'm inheriting the earth. Like if you project that positive energy and the manifestation, it'll come back to you. And I know my future will be great because I will not allow it to not. Ooh, is that worded correctly? I will allow my future to be great because I cannot have. Let me try that again.
Take two.
I'm using too many double negatives. I know my future will be great because I will not allow it to suffer.
Yeah.
I worked too hard to drop everything and start over. So
Words to live by in these times.
But if I had to start over, I would become a chef. I don't know.
Chef.
I don't know.
And final basic question.
Yeah.
So, would you compete on Drag Race? And how far do you think you'd get?
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I absolutely would compete on Drag Race. Are you kidding? This is the one thing about Drag Race that is unlike anything else. What other art form has a reality TV show as like the pinnacle of a drag career, right? In certain people's minds. I mean, there is the pageantry, the Continental, and all that, which is its own thing, and would love to be in that world as well. But a lot of people think, oh, drag, are you gonna be on Drag Race? Not that it's a very valid question, but you wouldn't, like, chefs don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Music artists don't have to do that, So I think it would be silly not to say I wouldn't want to be on it. I would love to be on it. Come on, it's world exposure. I feel like once I hone in even more on my branding, I think I could be on it. I think I have the goods. And how far would I go? I don't know. I think I'd win. No, I don't know. I think I am very good at adapting myself to whatever challenge comes my way. I think the mental game is probably what I would be very bad at.
That's what I enjoy about Drag Race the most. I'm a reality TV show like junkie, so I love like Survivor, Big Brother, Love Island.
Did you watch Traitors?
I have not watched Traitors yet. I need to.
Ooh, it just beat Drag Race for best reality show.
I know, and then people were making those fake Twitter things about the queens getting up and leaving.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah, that
just
was
a
silly.
break.
Traders is amazing.
I need to watch it. Everyone's been telling me I would love it, but all of those things, I like when a camera's in front of somebody.
Right.
That's when you see the works because
Yeah, fully. I mean, and it is sometimes when I'm enjoying an adult gummy and I end up watching Drag Race, I can't help but think what's happening behind the camera because it's not, they're shortening a whole experience to 1 hour. So when they're on ice, you have to be silent. You have when they do Snatch Game, apparently it's completely quiet in there. There's no audience. Like Snatch Game, if no one watches Drag Race, they're doing improv celebrity or celebrity illusion in an improv comedy format. And it's just RuPaul asking questions and you on the spot have to come up with answers and it's dead quiet. Can you imagine trying to tell like your jokes and silence?
we should role play that right now. Tell us a joke and we'll
Tell us a joke. My choice of being a drag artist. See?
yeah.
See how painful that is? Yeah.
That just reminded me of the
give me my money.
Give me my money. Oh my God, it's fully that. It's fully that. Yeah, so the mind game would be, and then also, listen, you could be going in so confident and then people, you were getting close, but people keep winning in front of you. It probably messes with your brain a little bit. But I think if I went into it, and who knows what would happen, but if I think my mindset would have to be, the longer they keep you, the more they want you. Also, the more episodes you're on, the more you get paid. So it's still a gig. So I think being safe is a completely valid thing to be. I would not complain about being safe.
Under that radar. I would.
And then show them up a little later. You know, it's always interesting to me too. And if I'm rambling too much, please let me know.
No, you're fine.
And it's always interesting to me as well when, you like bring your runways like, and they're giving you critiques to be like, oh well, I would love to see you in this silhouette. Well, babe, I brought what I brought.
Yeah.
Like I can't help like what I brought. But then there are some queens. The farther they go on, they are bringing out the better outfits. I'm like, how did you plan that? Because you don't know what runway is coming up next. It's just very, very cool to see. Yeah. Sometimes I try to think like for the season, what the runways they do, like, oh, what would I do for that? And sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Like a 3-in-1 runway, I'm like, I don't know what I would do for that. But luckily, there are many talented artists in Orlando that I think we have not had an Orlando queen on a regular season of Drag Race since Trinity the Tuck in season 9. And they're about to, I think season 17 is the next one. So it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's time.
Yeah. And if not me, there are so many other incredible drag artists in Orlando that deserve a spotlight as well.
Well, I'm glad you're interested because I have a letter.
RuPaul, come on out. Yeah.
I take off my.
Hello.
I wouldn't lose immediately as soon as a sewing challenge came up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's I can sew. So I not like extremely well. Like I can't make like couture, but I do think I could get by a sewing challenge. I know my body enough. I know what I can make successfully. If you were to be on the show, would you take a sewing class?
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah?
God. Yeah. I'm not gonna be ready for Phil for.
Oh, fully. If you had to do, you've watched Drag Race?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
Okay. So if you had to do Snatch Game, what character would you do?
I thought about this a lot. If I had to do Snatch Game, I'd probably do Eve.
Oh, Eve. Yeah. Hey, why not?
Yeah.
You have an apple and a snake and all
Yeah.
that. I love that.
It's just so easy.
So
Like,
easy, and then you can go from there and just make really like good jokes from that. I think
Yeah.
that's a good starting off point.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea.
Right? Isn't it hard?
Yeah.
That's also my thing with like I am in the works of making my own competition in Orlando, and I would love it to be challenges that queens can be a resource really. Like you're making material that you can use in the future, because how often are we in our world, how often are we really doing celebrity illusion while also doing improv comedy? Yeah, I mean, there are a few who do that, but like on a regular gig, that's just not a thing.
Yeah.
And that's what Snatch Game challenges you on. So I would rather have a contest or like every queen or performer should have at least one music artist illusion
Mm-hmm.
and have a mix based around that. Not necessarily comedic, but I think those are more tactical skills for what we do.
Yeah. So now it is time for you to fight for your life in the,
The
moat.
Moat.
Odd.
Today on the Moat, we will be playing Would You Rather.
Ooh, okay.
Our illustrious, our I don't know, like our hidden FBI agents have made this for you.
Okay.
Not made by me or Maisie. Yeah,
RuPaul made it.
yeah. Actually,
This is gonna be
Yes.
fun because I'm a very opinionated Libra. So I'll say my opinion, but then I'll be like, if you counter, I'll be like, no, you're right. You're right.
all right. Let's start. Cry in an audition or crack while auditioning.
Oh, cry in audition. Come on. Like, as in like cry because you're so emotional, like from your performance, or cry because you're nervous?
Cry because the director said something and you're.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like a
then
bad cry.
I've done both. I'd rather cry. I don't care. Shows them I'm an empath. Cracking it.
Dark empath.
Crack while auditioning. There's really no recovering from that, is there?
I don't know. I feel like a crack is something that like it can be caused because you're doing something wrong, or it could just be like you're tired.
I think the only way to recover from a crack while auditioning is to politely be like, hey, y'all, I'm sorry. Can we just take that from the top again?
Yeah.
Without overcompensating the, oh my God, I can't believe I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That never happened. I'm a little sick right now. I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, but for me, cry and audition.
I will also just cry.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would choose crack while auditioning.
Really?
I think if I crack bad enough, I would probably cry in an audition,
Double
you
whammy.
know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, might
I
as well.
think I would crack and then be like, let's take that from the top.
Let's
Thank
take it
you.
to the top, baby. Yeah.
Next. Trip on stage or miss a cue.
Ooh.
Again, have done both. Tripping on stage is hilarious afterwards. In the moment, infuriating.
Oh, I
It-
have a story after you.
Okay,
finish.
it is like you experience all 7 stages of grief when you trip on stage. Yeah, denial, humility, whatever the stages are. I remember I performed. It's not open anymore, but there was this club called Stonewall in Orlando, and it was only I had just gotten cast for Off the Record, and there were more people than usual, and this was only like the 3rd week of us doing the show. The little steps for the stage were not attached to the stage, so I'm just bucking, and I go off the stage, and they divide. I fully face plant onto the stage, and then my top falls down, so my chest is out, and my hair is over my face. I have a picture that is so humiliating.
Please send it to me.
$20 Venmo. I'll send it to you. As for missing a cue, girl, it's theater. It happens. I don't care. What would you rather do? Maisie?
Probably miss a cue.
Yeah.
But I have tripped on stage as well.
Oof.
For sure.
The thing is with missing a cue is probably more like shamed in theater.
I think it depends on which type of cue.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
I
'cause
remember I worked with a guy at a professional theater, and he told me he was in a national tour, and he missed one cue, and they had to charge him a fee, something like he had to pay
Oh.
for it, like equity rules.
Yeah,
then
that's-
maybe I'll just trip on stage.
Maybe I'll trip on stage. You know
I'm
what?
not
That's
getting
true.
charged.
Yeah, like a penalty. I don't know what it was called.
I
Technically,
think I've heard of this before.
yeah, he messed with the like technical cues, so he was charged
Wow.
That's
and
crazy.
arrested. No, I'm just kidding.
I would not be paying.
No, I would not be paying. Like you could take the card back.
Yeah.
There.
Next. Eat a horse or never see your family.
Oh, I don't like this. Eat a horse? What did Renee do? I'd have to eat a horse. I have to see my family. Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I guess I'm eating a horse.
Yeah, I guess I'm eating a horse.
Me too.
Aw. Well, it could be
So
like
sad.
it could be like a Godiva chocolate horse. You know, like
Yeah.
a figure.
Oh
Or
yeah,
just
I'll do
glue.
that.
Damn.
Oh.
What was that one book we had to read in like middle school where they eat like the horse fat? It was like some war book.
Ooh.
You're right. You're right. Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies.
Oh, it's Lord of the Flies.
It's not.
No.
No. It's like some Civil War book. Who cares? Who cares about history?
Next. Reset back to middle school. Forget all of high school.
Oh no, I had a great high school experience.
also did,
I went to a performing arts high school, and I was not out. I'm gay. If anyone didn't guess, sorry. I know. Sorry. LGBTQ.
I didn't say LGBT. I said let God be true quickly.
LGBLT. So I was not out in high school, but I went to a performing arts high school where everyone else was. So it wasn't really. We did great, like really strong, like theater shows. I loved doing them. We thespians. Hey,
Yeah.
where my thespians at?
District 15 represent.
Okay.
District 13 over here.
Oh, are you from Florida?
Yeah.
Okay, work.
I'm from Vero Beach.
Okay, love. I was in Tampa. My high school was one of the high schools that hosted
Yeah.
states. So we'd have the what was it called, main stage or showcase, whatever.
Oh yeah, opening.
Yeah.
Opening.
Whatever whatever the high school brought their show to states because they were chosen. Our school was like one of the venues for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I loved high school actually. I had a really great time. So reset back to middle school. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Fun. That sounds fun.
Gonna reset back to middle school just because I can try to replicate the same memories or like change some things.
Oh
But
my
like,
God, no. Who wants the stress of adulthood? Come on.
Would we reset, but like have our knowledge that we have now?
I'm gonna say you have your knowledge.
Oh, then I'll reset.
Yeah, sure.
I will be changing people's lives.
I would probably pick up a skill. Like I would probably start computer programming then, or like learning how to really sew then, because then you're set.
I would have stayed in my dance classes.
Oh,
Same. I would have taken more
stretching.
and learned Spanish. I've been trying to learn
Oh my
Spanish
God.
for the last probably 15 years.
Yeah.
Like so long.
I feel you. Duolingo ain't shit.
Really?
Oh, don't say that. They'll come.
Oh no.
The bird. He's here. He's here.
Next. Have an outfit malfunction on live television. Forget the name of someone close to you every day.
Okay. I do this every day, so that probably is my choice. This happens a lot. The thing is, okay, this goes out to everybody who goes to the club and meets the entertainers. If I've not met you in person before, or if I don't follow, like if we don't follow each other, I just met you, you have to realize you cannot come up to me again and assume that I know you unless we had like a full meaningful conversation. If that's a diva moment, I'm so sorry, but like it is dark, it's loud. It's a venue or club, so you know, maybe some drinking, maybe some other things. So this little, you know, little twink comes up like, "Hey, how are they?" Like, "No, we met before." No. Let's try this again. You're gonna let me know. You're just for me. I do this all the time. If I met a diva from out of town or anything, I'm like, or if I met them in drag and then met them out of drag or vice versa, be like, "Hi, Myki. We met a few weeks ago or whatever." So they get the name and they can try to remember. That is the preferred way, because if you assume that I remember. You got a big storm coming, honey. Yeah, and then have an outfit malfunction on live television. No, I don't want to do that.
We saw what it did to
Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Who is like top 3 music artists, and I will revenge her. No, not revenge her. I will avenge Janet Jackson someday. Not that she needs me to, because she's a legend. Yeah. What would you do?
Probably forget the name of someone close to me, because I'm also not the best with names.
No.
I try to be. I really try to be.
What
but
happened to
there's-
name tags?
I know.
Why can't we normalize that, honey?
Let's normalize name tags.
Normalize
That's what
name
we're doing here.
tags.
The little
Yeah.
Sims. So we put a little
Oh
diamond on
my
their head.
God.
Okay.
Why doesn't Apple invent that?
Yeah.
Who cares about
me my
AI
microchip.
glasses? I
Like,
need to know
come
your
on.
name, babe.
My microchip, just put it in.
Talk to my best friends. Like, I don't know their names. Girl. I think of it. My brain is very much like the SpongeBob episode when
Yeah.
it's an office and it's like cubicles
Yes.
and everything's on fire. Like his name, we forgot his name. Very that.
All right. Next. Be stuck in a time loop. Say I love you to your enemy. Be stuck in a time loop. Say I love you to your enemy.
Oh no, yeah, I would say I love you to your enemy. I don't have an enemy. Yeah, Unless it's one-sided beef, I don't know. I do anyway. If I don't like,
actually,
yeah. No, I mean, it's this right here. This is called professionalism.
Yes.
Okay, whatever
Yeah.
your art or career is, you have to say "I love you" to your enemy. And
I
if
would
it's
look you straight in your eye and say,
yeah,
yeah,
say one nice thing about the person you dislike the most.
right now.
Yeah.
I think you have a great spirit in what you believe you want to do.
Okay.
Very good.
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Okay. First, I'm trying to think about the person I hate the
I
most.
I know.
I'll say you're very dedicated and hardworking.
Ooh, love.
Somebody's watching this. You're like,
They're like, I know who this is.
Yeah, I would say you are just trying your best. You have so much ambition. Does it work out for you sometimes? I don't know. You really know how to make a room put the focus on you. And I wish you all the success.
let me make an apology video on YouTube. No ukulele, just
I was gonna
raw
say, we're not
talent.
gonna sing.
Oh my God. Was it Gabby Hanna who did that?
No, it was Miranda
Miranda
sings.
sings.
Cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Be stuck in a time loop. Yeah, no, I can't. No. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Having to explain over and over again why this is happening.
Right. 50 First Dates. I'm not living that life.
No.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was going to say.
Go back to the year 1365 or go forward to the year 3000.
Well, I've been to the year 3000,
Yeah.
but not much has changed, but they live underwater.
Yeah.
So
Oh, but
Yeah.
your great granddaughter.
granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing fine.
She's doing fine.
She's doing fine.
Doing fine.
Yeah, let's go to 3000. That's
Yeah.
also when Futurama takes place.
Also, just if you guys didn't know, 1365 was not the best time. That is during the Black Plague.
Oh God, yeah. I think I would instantly. Well, I think they're probably more. Would they be more immune to diseases?
If you came, no, they are more susceptible. Like a McDonald's Sprite would have
It
killed
would kill them. Yeah.
Like, their body cannot handle processed
Brat
foods
by
at all.
Charlie X would kill them. Yeah.
Give them a can of Rush.
Oh, they're done. Yeah. Oh my God. No. Ew. How unglamorous.
Yeah,
1365. There's nothing sexy about that.
But I will say, their outfits were kind.
Look at the face. I mean, yes. Look at the material. That religious undertone.
Yeah.
The beak, honey. Put some lashes on it. Rhinestones.
Your Halloween drag.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about that? Halloween is the busiest time for drag in artistry. October in Orlando is like a crazy month because of Halloween. Orlando Pride is also in October, and of course, my birthday is in
When's your
October.
birthday?
October 19th, which is the same day as Orlando Pride. So they're doing all those, I don't know, gay floats downtown for my birthday. I don't know. But yeah, it's October is a hell of a month.
And being young in college during Halloween, this is just like, I remember Tallyween is an evil place. If you know, you
yes.
know.
Tallyween.
Like Tallahassee?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Traveling Halloween time, world building. It's Halloween time. You and your girls have the craziest, most promiscuous costumes. You get in a car and you drive 5 hours to Tallahassee. You see the most mediocre guys at parties and stuff like that, but you have the time of your life because what else are you gonna do?
Ooh, and it's Tallahassee, so you kind of that is all you do.
Yeah.
I never partied in Tallahassee. I never was an FSU girl.
You will come back with what we call Night's Plague.
That's not on the list.
No, the Tally Plague in Tallahassee is
But
like.
when we bring it back, people call it Night's
Plague
because it swept through the program.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, glad I didn't
Destroys.
go. You were living in 1365. Okay. Yeah.
All right, next. River.
Would I rather? Oh, how could I choose? Look at these beautiful headshots. Oh my gosh. You are so set up for your theatrical career. I can't choose. Are you kidding? Come on.
All right, I'm choosing River.
I'll choose
good.
Macy then.
And these are like y'all's names, River and Maisie. Come on, that's a drag name already.
Yeah.
Maisie River, River Maisie. Come on,
The Maisie River.
the Maisie
We should
River.
start.
Yeah. What would your drag name be?
Oh, I've had a drag name because I've done like small form
Okay.
drag.
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
Amazing
Ooh.
name. Miss Wiki.
Yeah, Wiki. Because I originally started when I did Rocky Horror.
Okay.
I was one of like the ensemble, and my drag name was Wiki Von Cooch,
Very good.
and I was like Wikipedia, because I don't know anything.
Yeah, I love that. Do you have one?
I really should have thought of all of these things before.
No, it's okay.
No.
So the easiest way to do it, I mean, you can do
Oh,
this for
yes.
stripper
Help
name
me,
or whatever,
please.
is either your first pet's name and the first street you lived on. You can swap those, whatever
Ooh.
works better. So my first pet was named Powder, and the street I lived on was Jennifer Drive. So that drag name would be Jennifer Powder.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah. So what would you do?
I lived on like a numbered street,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm
Well,
not
hey,
gonna
that
get
works.
I guess, but like, first pet named Muffin,
You don't. And what's the number?
44.
Muffin 44.
Muffin 44.
That's your
Muffin
club
44.
name.
You're from the year 3000.
Yes, I am. Oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah, Muffin
I can like
44.
Muffin 44.
I love
Oh.
that. Yeah.
Well, I would probably be Booker. No, 25th. That's when I grew up on.
Okay.
25th Missy 25th,
Matthew 25th.
or
I like-
Coco 25th. But I feel like that's
I like Wikipedia.
yeah.
Huh. It's better than my drag name. Myki Meeks is literally like Mikey is my real name, just spelled phonetically, even though people still fuck that up.
My Kai.
They say Mickey all the time, which is fine. That's literally why I had to put like my pronunciation in my bio on Instagram. And then Meeks is the nickname that my best friends would call me growing up. So it's just two of my own nicknames because I love myself. Yeah.
Well, this has been really fun.
Yes.
I don't really know what's gonna happen next.
Oh my gosh, is it time to shine a light?
I think it is. So, Mikey, we would like to ask you to shine a light on something you care about. You can plug yourself, you can spread a message, or you
Yeah.
can just sell a joke.
Ooh, well, I don't do that comedy stuff anymore. I'm kind of beyond that now. I do glamour. I want to shine a light. I think I have to shine a light on the Orlando LGBT community. They have lifted me up to where I'm at, and I'm forever indebted to them. Our show Off the Record is every Wednesday at the Renaissance Theater Company. If you want a safe, queer, I don't want to say clubbing experience because that has a lot of like connotations to it. It is more for the drag show, if anything. If you want to see excellent queer performance, queer art form, come check out our show, Off the Record Wednesdays. It features myself, Allegra D, Black Magic Swirl, Coco Cavalli, and a rotating group of guests, and DJ Galvin Girl. And my three sisters are the most gorgeous trans women, and they produce incredible, incredible work. This year specifically, we have tapped into the lesbian market because our audience is, I will forever say, once we had the queer women and our femme presenting people on our side, that is when our show really took off. So if you out there want to experience that without the pressures of having to buy a drink or do anything else, like this is the place to go. You can check it out at OTR Wednesdays on our Instagram or at the Ren Theater as well. And then I also want to plug, like, listen, not going too much into it, but like we need to be voting in November. We need to be voting as our community, as young people, because we're setting the future for ourselves. And I think there is one side of this election that is for that, and the other side wants to get rid of that. I would really encourage everybody out there to do your research, for especially in Orange County. Besides just the general election, there is so much more on the ballot than the presidential. We have so many amendments that are going to better us if we vote correctly. There are senators that need to be replaced, all for the better of our generation. Yeah, and I really do think there's one side that is for that and the other side is not.
Yeah.
So, vote, bitches.
Vote.
Get
And
out and
buy my
vote.
merch.
Yes.
We'll
Ding,
plug
ding,
their
ding.
merch underneath.
Yes, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Yeah,
and
thank
talking
you.
with
Yes,
us
thanks for being
and
here.
spreading.
Oh my gosh. Spreading.
Yeah.
My legs are down here.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you both so much. It's been a blast.
And just to remind everybody, we post bi-weekly, and you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Music coming soon, and YouTube. And you can listen, you can watch, you can message underneath our Instagram at podcast.knightlight or at knightlight.podcast.
KnightLight.podcast
Yeah.
for sure. And then there's also, we all have a Google form. If I honestly, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, we have a Google form if you want to shout out. No one's filled it out yet.
Yeah.
But I'm going to shout out somebody who's very dear to my heart. I would like to shout out Sam Waters for holding it down upstairs in the
No one runs a desk like Sam Waters.
True.
Yes.
period. And for our engagement for today, please comment below your drag name using your first street address and the name of your first pet, right? Yeah, I think that's
That's
correct.
it. Or whatever works better. Whatever sounds good.
Let us know. We want to know. Maybe a funny one will get mentioned, or maybe not. Yeah.
And make sure you follow KnightLight on social media at knightlight.podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And
Yes, you can follow me and support my drag career at Myki Meeks. That's at MYKI period Meeks, MEEKS, on Instagram, TikTok. I'm not going to promote the others. So those Instagram and TikTok, Diva. And you can find us, like I said, just keep up to date with all the shows. If you want that queer nightlife experience, hit us up and book the girls. Book the girls.
yes. Well, I think that wraps us up for today. Thank you so much for watching or listening. And yeah,
We'll see you.
see ya. Bye.
Did you name my daughter after the Loch Ness monster?
What?
From Twilight. I'm trying to.
I don't
I'm just,
know
I'm just running through my head, basically.
Because it looked like you were like, oh, yeah, let's do that one. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.